Although Europe is the world's second smallest continent, it welcomes over half of all tourists worldwide. In fact, 7 of the top 10 most visited countries in the world are in Europe. And it's easy to see why. If its history, culture, and natural beauty are not enough to attract you, the cuisine, the people, and the architecture are more than enough to satisfy even the most particular traveler. Let's look at the best cities to visit in Europe. Make sure you watch until the end, you certainly won't want to miss number 1. Number 10, Krakow, Poland. Poland's former royal capital and oldest university town, Krakow lies in a broad valley on the banks of the Vistula River. The city is a dazzlingly beautiful treasure trove of national culture and effortlessly fuses medieval pomp and pageantry with modern-day fun. A great starting point for any trip to Krakow is Rynek Główny, or Main Square in English. The square is the focus of the Old Town, and is Europe's largest medieval town square, measuring 200 meters by 200 meters. Its most prominent features are the 16th century cloth hall at the center, a 15th century town hall tower, and a striking bronze statue of Polish poet Adam Mickiewicz on the square's eastern side. The Wawel Royal Castle and the Wawel Hill constitute the most historically and culturally important site in Poland. The castle is part of a fortified architectural complex built at the top of a limestone outcrop on the left bank of the Vistula River. For centuries, the iconic castle was the residence of kings and the symbol of Polish statehood. Today, the castle is one of the country's premier art museums. Situated slightly southeast of Krakow Center, the historical gem of Wielkopolska salt mine has been welcoming visitors since 1722, and today is one of Poland's most popular attractions. It's a subterranean labyrinth of tunnels and chambers, approximately 300 kilometers distributed over 9 levels. The deepest part of the mine lies 327 meters underground, of which a small part is open to the public via guided tours. The climax of the tour is the ornamented chapel of St. Kinga. Every single element in the chapel, from chandeliers to altarpieces, is made of salt. Number 9, Rome, Italy. A concoction of haunting ruins, awe-inspiring art, and vibrant street life, Italy's nearly 3,000-year-old capital is one of the world's most romantic and charismatic cities. When it came to building incredible monuments, the Romans were up there with the best. One must-see landmark is the Colosseum, an arena that once held 80,000 spectators during gladiatorial contests. Did you know that the world's smallest country is Vatican City? That's right, Rome has a country within the city. In Vatican City, you'll find the impressive St. Peter's Basilica, a Renaissance-style church which is home to the Pope. If you visit on a Wednesday, you may even get a glimpse of the head of the Catholic Church, as he holds a weekly papal audience in the square. When in the capital, be sure to find time to visit the Trevi Fountain. The 18th century fountain is the largest and most beautiful fountain in the city. Legend has it that if you throw 1 coin into the fountain, you will return to Rome. If you throw 2 coins, you will fall in love, and 3 coins means you will return, fall in love, and marry. Whether this is true or not, is a debate for another time, but if you do choose to throw coins into the fountain, remember to throw with your right hand over your left shoulder. Number 8, Copenhagen, Denmark. Copenhagen is a buzzing capital which mixes royal history, modern architecture, and sustainable living. One of Copenhagen's most popular attractions is Tivoli Gardens, a theme park that dates back to 1843. Watch a pantomime, ride one of the world's oldest roller coasters, or just enjoy a trip in a dragon boat. A visit to Nyhavn, a waterfront district that dates back to the 17th century, is a must when visiting Copenhagen. Lined by brightly colored townhouses, The area is full of bars, cafes and restaurants. The canal also harbors many historical wooden ships. Nieuwhoorn is also home to the Little Mermaid statue, based on the character in the Hans Christian Andersen tale. Finally, if you're looking for some culture, then be sure to check out Glyptoteket. The art museum houses the private art collection of Carl Jacobsen, the son of the founder of the Carlsberg breweries. Number 7. Barcelona, Spain. Originally founded by the Romans, in the year 218 BC, Barcelona is the capital of Catalonia and a must-visit city for those seeking stunning architecture, world-class cuisine, and Mediterranean beaches. Barcelona is best known for the incredible buildings designed by architect Antoni Gaudí. The most famous of these is La Sagrada Familia, a church which has been under construction for over 140 years and still remains unfinished. Whilst we're on the subject of Gaudí, be sure to visit Park Güell, a glorious colourfully tiled park with sculptures and gardens that provide amazing views across the city. If you're a soccer fan, you won't want to miss a stadium tour at the new camp. The impressive stadium is the largest in Europe and is the home of Barcelona FC. Head through the tunnel onto the famous pitch, as you imagine 100,000 fans cheering you on. You'll also get to visit the dressing rooms, commentary boxes, and the chapel. Number 6. Prague, the Czech Republic. Situated in the northwest of the country, on the Vltava River, Prague is the capital and the largest city of the Czech Republic. The bohemian city of Prague, with its skyline of Gothic spires and narrow cobbled streets, is full of old-world beauty and charm. Prague is a 3D architecture textbook. Romanesque chapels, Gothic cathedrals, Baroque palaces, and Cubist architecture, Prague has it all, maybe too many to mention. Definitely make time to go and see Prague Castle, St. Vitus Cathedral, and the Charles Bridge. Since the invention of Pilsner Urquell in 1842, the Czechs have been renowned for producing some of the world's finest beer. Today, the internationally famous brands, such as Urquell, Staropramen, and Budvar, have been equaled, and even surpassed, by some of the regional Czech microbreweries that are catering to a renewed interest in traditional brewing. Stop in at a traditional Czech pub to try a range of brews like never seen before in Prague. Number 5. Istanbul, Turkey. A magical place where East meets West, Istanbul is the only transcontinental city in the entire world. On the western side of the Bosphorus Strait, you're in Europe, but if you cross to the other side, then you're setting foot in Asia. Although no longer the capital, the bustling city remains the vibrant economic, cultural, and intellectual heart of modern Turkey. Istanbul boasts a staggering wealth of attractions. The Hagia Sophia, Blue Mosque, Topkapi Palace, and Galata Tower are just some of the many historic structures scattered throughout the city. Established in 1461, the Grand Bazaar is one of the oldest and largest covered markets in the world. A legendary, pulsating market that is home to 4,000 vendors and 61 labyrinthine streets and alleys. Even if you don't plan to buy anything, just wandering through is an experience worth having. The walls of Constantinople are a series of defensive stone walls that were built to protect Istanbul from attack by land and sea. Today, you can see large sections of the original walls, some of which date back to the Byzantine era. The walls really are a true window to the past and are a must-see attraction during your stay in Istanbul. Number 4. Paris, France. Arguably the most romantic city in the world, there really isn't a bad time to visit the dreamy French capital. Set on the River Seine, the city is a global center for art, fashion, food, and culture. The iconic Eiffel Tower is a must-visit landmark during your stay. The Louvre is home to one of the best art collections in the world, including Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa. Its incredible churches include Sacré-Cœur and Notre Dame. If you're craving luxury, then look no further than the Palace of Versailles and its famed Hall of Mirrors. Even with all of this to do, you should save some time for sampling fresh croissants and coffee at the cute Parisian cafes during the day. Once the sun sets, sit down for a decadent French meal with amazing wine, catch a cabaret show, or enjoy a nighttime river cruise. Number 3. Budapest, Hungary. Budapest, as we know it today, was formed in 1873 by the merger of three cities, Buda, Óbuda, and Pest. Buda and Pest sat opposite sides of the river Danube, linked by the magnificent bridge of Széchenyi, known as the Chain Bridge. Considered one of the most beautiful cities in Europe, Budapest boasts an impressive collection of architecture. Be sure to check out the stunning Matthias Church and Fisherman's Bastion in Castle District, and admire the view back across the river at the stunning Parliament building. During the day, head to one of the 123 thermal spas in Budapest, known for their healing qualities. Once the sun goes down, enjoy a sip or two of the national drink of Hungary, Bunikum, in one of the many ruined bars throughout the city. Number 2. Florence, Italy. The birthplace of the Renaissance, Florence is a romantic, enchanting, and utterly irresistible city. If you're looking for world-class art, gourmet Tuscan cuisine, and extraordinary architecture, then be sure to add Florence to your bucket list. Cattedrale di Santa Maria del Fiore, or the Cathedral of Florence, is the city's most iconic landmark and a must-see on your travels to Florence. Work began on the cathedral in 1296, in the Gothic-style design of Arnolfo di Cambio, and was completed over 140 years later, in 1436. The stunning panoramic views across the city, from the cathedral's magnificent red dome, make climbing the 463 steps to the top more than worthwhile. The oldest and most striking bridge in Florence is the Ponte Vecchio, literally translated as the Old Bridge. The Ponte Vecchio, a stone bridge, adorned with colorful buildings, was designed by Taddeo Gaddi, and was finished in 1345. The buildings on the bridge used to be home to blacksmiths, tanners, and butchers. Today, they offer a marketplace for gold goods and fine jewelry. No journey to Florence would be complete without visiting one of the most famous objects in the history of art, Michelangelo's David. Housed at the Accademia Gallery since 1873, David is a 17-foot-tall stone statue that is considered to be one of the greatest masterpieces ever created by mankind. The statue was hand-carved by Michelangelo between 1501 and 1504, and depicts the biblical figure from the story of David and Goliath. And now, the moment you have been waiting for. The number 1 city to visit in Europe is Ljubljana, Slovenia. Situated between Italy and Austria, and known as the City of Dragons, Ljubljana is one of the greenest and most livable cities in Europe. Set amongst rolling hills and forest, the city's candy-colored Baroque architecture and ornate footbridges make the Slovenian capital a real jewel box of Europe. Car traffic is restricted in the center, leaving the leafy banks of the emerald green Ljubljanica River, which runs through the heart of the city, to be enjoyed by pedestrians and cyclists. Cross the iconic Temple Bridge and take in the stunning Prešeren Square, before continuing along the river to Ljubljana Central Market. The Riverside Market building was designed and constructed by Jos Plečnik between 1931 and 1939, and stretches between the Triple Bridge and the Dragon Bridge on the right bank of the river. Here, you can slowly meander around the plethora of different stalls, and sample a range of incredible foods. Once you've filled your belly and repleted your energy stores at the market, head on up the vibrant green hill in the middle of the city to Ljubljana Castle. This colorful castle, sat behind ancient walls, is rich in history and culture. The vantage point from the castle, and the city views it provides, are alone worth the climb. However, there is way more to the castle than just the views. A place where medieval and contemporary architecture mix harmoniously, the renovated rooms and halls preserve stories of the past, and the castle dungeon whispers its dark secrets. Spanning an area of 5 square meters, Tivoli Park is Ljubljana's largest and most beautiful park. It was designed in 1813 by acclaimed French engineer, Jean Blanchard, and includes mansions, flowerbeds, fountains, and wide walkways bordered by chestnut trees. Amble along Jacobic Promenade, enjoy the sprawling green space, explore the wooded areas, and picnic on one of the lawns. Located just 2 streets west of the city center, Tivoli is the perfect place to relax after a long day exploring. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss future videos. Also, let us know your top European cities to visit in the comments.